NFC for an intra-conference contest between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Kansas City Chiefs. Ready to get this one going. And we're off from Arrowhead. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. First carry here for Ashton Genty. Breaks the tackle. He's got space ahead. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. He just gets down inside the 35-yard line. That one goes for 31 yards and a first down when all is said and done.
I can assure you of one thing. That carry just brought some extra work in the opening quarter. You couldn't script that run any better.
Going to the ground again on first. He's charged towards the line. It's right around 3 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Running back sent in motion. Throwing for the pistol, Penix. He's got it near the 8. And he's in. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders take a 6-0 lead right away.
It's an old adage, but it's a true adage. Speed kills. And gosh, I love that, Kate. Right from the jump, you don't wait to get your playmaker started. Get him the ball early. Put a fear of God into this defense.
That one right down the middle. And the Raiders will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Doesn't like what he sees, so we got a touchback. They're going to begin this drive at the 35-yard line. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10.
Tag! 70, tempo,
Right up the gut. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down.
Here we go, shot! Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Let's go!
Here's a throw. Completed to his running back. And in a brilliant play, they're off to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
And this is through the midfield stripe and onto the Raiders side of the field. First down play, nets them 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
70 Lions. Ready.
First carry here for the Boston College rookie. He only can get his yard here, Brock. It's going to be 3rd down.
Sometimes just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play. We just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer. Find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. And now they're left with 4th and short.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to third and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was third and manageable and an incomplete.
Don't want to punt from here, but too far for a field goal as well. They're going for it here.
Let's go.
Fourth down, pass coming. A lot of players around this one, and it is intercepted. And the Raiders get the football as he makes his third interception of this season. Already in an early hole on the scoreboard. That is not what they needed in response, Brock. Giving away possession with a pick.
You know, we got a lot of game left, obviously. Nowhere close to them putting it away. But you can see things starting to unravel a little bit, even after just 2 possessions. A touchdown here could really continue that momentum towards an early running back.
This drive is quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was first down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
Into a crowd, and a defender comes up with it. And the Chiefs take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
Their first pick of the game comes at an awfully big moment. Really just cancels out all the great work your defense did to give you that ball.
Ready, ready.
First and 10 now from the 46.
Go.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6.
Let's go. Back to 6.
Back to throw. Finds the in route complete. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. Hits his running back. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. It's like you always say, right back to work for him. Getting the drive moving like that turnover never happened.
And they weren't going to shy away from letting him do his thing, throwing the football. Mistakes happen in this league and in this game. And you never want to punish a quarterback for making a mistake. You want to see him continue to produce.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And they're going to be forced to regroup a bit ahead of 2nd down.
Well, the first sack of the game, Kate, as you just called, is a big one. And they're going to make this guy pay if he's trying to play too much hero ball. Got to find a way to get the ball out of your hand.
Throwing on 2nd. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
No real secret. They were going to get him and his height involved early there, Kate. The secret was how is he going to be defended? So they chose to go physical. And that will plant a little thought in his mind. The next time the ball comes his way, he better be ready for some contact.
Here we go. Shot.
3rd and long for him here. Pass him on a quick hitter. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. Goes to the hurry up here.
But it
leads to 4th down.
They're going to try to throw for it. Massive hit. The ball's out. But it bounces out of bounds, so they'll retain possession. Well, nearly the end of that series, partner. You can almost see those players rooting for the ball to bounce across that sideline before a defender made the recovery.
Yeah, sometimes that sideline's a player's worst enemy, but sometimes it could be their best friend, and this is one of those times.
And he hauls that one in. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate. You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. But what makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
That one splits the uprights. And the Chiefs tie this game 7-7.
set to kick off.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. First play is going to be again to Genty. Cuts right. And a great play comes to an end. He's out of bounds just inside the red zone. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that will give them some serious momentum along with a first down. Whiteout's getting involved in the ground game. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send him backwards. It's the end of the first in this AFC West showdown. Both teams neck and neck so far. Back to Arrowhead in just a moment. Time now for the second quarter. Raiders in possession. They have it second down, well inside of field goal range. Firing quickly as Penix, complete. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders take a second quarter lead. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Returning it from the 4. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready?
All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10.
Ready?
Airing it out to start this drive. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. No luck finding his receiver that time. And it sets up second down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
After the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Let's go. Ready?
Plowing up the middle. And whatever they were trying to do there is not going to work. Defenders all over it, so they take him down for a loss. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
Throw here, 3rd down. He throws a bullet to the set. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Picked off by Ennis Rakestraw.
Well, that's now a second time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the second on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
On 1st down, here's Penix. This is Cox. That's Bowers working downfield. They're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. That one goes for 31 yards and a first down when all is said and done. So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. Straight ahead with Genty. A lot of effort there, partner, but no results. Fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, one defender failed, and his buddy was there to swarm to the ball, make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Play fake. Penix. Flushed out of the pocket. This has been a trend. Yet another interception. J.C. Horn to pick it off. And the Chiefs get it back on his 6th interception of the season.
You know what? With yet another interception, you know what it might be time to do, Kate? Just run the ball. Run it.
Handoff now out of the gun. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Stopped by the unmistakable Max Crosby. Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
Cougar 19.
They're going to try and throw it here. Hits him on the out route. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
Complete beyond the marker. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback. The receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3. 4 yards on that first down run. And here's 2nd and 6.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Will work against the blitz. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And that brings up 3rd down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down.
18 Buffalo 18.
Air it out on 3rd. Oh no, they get him yet again! Picked off by Ennis Rakestraw. And the Raiders take over on his 5th interception of the season. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got 1, we got 2. Do I hear a 3rd interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought that defenders are offensive guys in bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away. A whole bunch of credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front, they didn't give the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive and for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Penix working from the gun. Got a man, it's Dante Thornton Jr. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Golden motioning left. Quick throw outside, and they might throw this again. That's not going to connect. Broke out a surprise there on 1st down, but unable to connect off of it. 2nd down coming up.
It's 2nd down and 10.
It's Penix yet again. That's complete to the back, Ashton Genty. And he's going to get this down inside the 30 before he's driven out. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
And a Raider 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Again, Penix to the air. he's going to be touched down at that spot, which means the effort makes it 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And they'll go out no gain on the run. It's a gain of 1 on 1st and goal. Now it's going to be 2nd and 5.
Guessing everybody in the huddle and on the sidelines sure wanted a little bit more from that run, but you didn't go backwards. Still in a great spot, and can't wait to see what they do here on 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal coming up, 5 yards to the end zone. Called in by Njoku, left side. Touchdown, Vegas. The Raiders grow their lead just before halftime. David Njoku, the touchdown. Carlson to tack on the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Raiders double their lead to 14. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Here's a return from the 7. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
Chiefs coming up to the line here. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go. Let's go.
Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Oh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's when you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last second attempt to get rid of him.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And the hit is made, so they bent to the competition, but they didn't break, Brock, as they force this 4th down. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. From their own side, they're going to go for this. They need about 2.
Tag. Now, let's go. Ready.
Here's the snap on 4th. He finds him beyond the marker. There he goes on the right side. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs making a 1-score game before halftime. Well, great work there, Brock. They weathered the storm, and now they've gotten themselves right back into this ball game.
Anybody who's played this game has been here before. The game doesn't start the way you want. You're in a big hole, and all you can do is climb out of it. And the words of Pete Carroll resonate. It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
Taimi Fairbairn set to kick off.
And just like that, we're back to a 1-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And he fields this one, but is not going to return it from the end zone, so the ball going to be placed down at the 35-yard line. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. Running back motions right. On 1st down, here's Penix. Brought in by his back here. It's Genty. He's forced out of bounds after a gain of about 4 there. 2nd down.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. One of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
across midfield down inside the 45-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Throwing for the pistol. Penix. Throwing the out route complete. And he's hauled out of bounds as he takes this down to the 30. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's a Vegas first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
First down, Raiders.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Dump off, caught by his back. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. A timeout taken by Vegas. That's its second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 19 Lions.
And again, it's Penix. Has him on the quick hitter. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for first and goal.
Good offenses. Good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on the route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, then go to work after.
Four downs now to get in. Here's first and goal.
Let's go now. Past the 60, past the 60. Let's go.
Penix is going to throw again. That is incomplete. Down to 13 seconds left. Trying to find his tight end. And that makes it second and goal.
Even the best of them can be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
Firing quickly is Penix. Complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders will add to their lead at the end of the half. Brock Bowers, the touchdown. Manage that clock beautifully. Down to the final moments, Brock, and they get the score just before halftime.
That doesn't change the theme of the halftime speech, but I guarantee you it adds some enthusiasm to the tone. That was awesome.
That one right down the middle. And the Raiders double their lead to 14. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. Escapes the defender. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The career's more at stake when you win your prime. That paper, baby, love is on the dot.
Here's the final play of our first half.
Here we go. Set.
Throwing here just before halftime. He's throwing deep to the left side. And they pick him off again. Picked off by Darian Porter. And the Raiders do not get the return all the way back. That's going to bring us to the end of our first half. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. Now Kansas City looks settled in and ready. Here we go. First and 10.
Get it.
Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. He isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for second down.
At the 17-yard line.
Drag him 60. Two. Ready.
Pass play coming here. Makes the grab and bounds left side. And he's going to be pushed down up near that 40-yard line. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's a Chiefs first down.
Let's go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready, right?
He's dropping back to throw. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's got this one down to the enemy 35 before they force him out. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28. All set to go now from the 35.
Ready.
Pass play on 1st and 10. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Raiders have it now as he makes the 20th interception of his career.
This is a lonely place. And I don't know how many walk in the planet have thrown 5 picks, but I'll raise my hand. I did it in an Apple Cup. And it is a lonely, humbling feeling. Everything that could go wrong, well, it's gone wrong for this quarterback today. And I hope that's the last time we see him throw a pass in this one.
He stopped after picking up 9, so they're set up well here in 2nd and 1.
While that run may not move the chains, Kate, that is such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
The ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down.
Let's go.
Now Penix off the play action. Has a man on target to Thornton. And he's finally down to put a stop to this one, but a notable chunk of yardage broken off with that gain. They'll come up on 1st and 10. Counter give to Jency. And he doesn't get this one very far. Down to only about the 18. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the Chiefs' 18-yard line.
70 Lions. Hurt.
Running this one left. And he will haul it in for the Vegas touchdown. The Raiders push their lead further to start the half. Well, Brocky found himself some space to work, and from there, wow, all athleticism as he made his way into the end zone.
You got that right, Kate. Just that speed. You got to have some different gear when you get down here to the red zone. It's hard to score rushing touchdowns, and that running back sees the open space, he sees the green grass, and he finishes it off with 6.
Return starts at the 3. Good work so far. He's got room. And it ends there, but a very short field awaiting them. He's out on the opposing side of the field.
Hey, listen, I get it. I'm as guilty as anyone. So hyper-focused on offense and defense, often forgetting it's special teams in a play like that can swing a game. What a great return now to start out on a short field. And you've got to believe.
He isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play. After the sack, let's see what the offense does here. 2nd and 18 coming up. Looking to throw here. And they pick him off again. And the Raiders are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
You know, my dad was my old high school coach. He's a play caller. He's an offensive guy. And after days like this, I remember one in particular, he'd say, son, some days peanuts, some days shells. This has been nothing but a bunch of shells for this quarterback today.
Money calling got to go. You gotta go if you play or you troll. Fresh as on the globe. Got trying to snatch out my soul. Running back pockets on swole.
All set to go now from the 35. Play fake. Penix. Getting out to his left. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And Penix himself out after picking up that first down.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on it.
Putting the receiver in motion. Panics on first down. Hits his running back. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. If the two work right there, you never see positive yards.
He's going to score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders parlay the interception into points. He broke the tackle he needed to, Brock. And how about that effort then to keep it going and eventually reach that end zone?
Yeah, that's awesome on the offensive side. Defensively, not every missed tackle is the same. It may be on a stat sheet, but sometimes that help finish a play isn't right and quick enough, and you're the only one. The last line of defense. And in that moment, you got to scratch, you got to claw, you got to tear to make the stop, because a broken tackle can mean a touchdown.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. This return starts at the 5. And this drive will start inside the 25.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Chiefs coming up to the line here. It's first and 10.
Fight on these two. Fight on these two. Yellow.
Back to work after throwing the pick. Finds him over the middle. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
I'll say this, Kate. This quarterback's got some courage right there. He throws it into double coverage, and he's got a guy there in coverage who's already picked him off, and he don't care. Kind of like that gunslinging attitude, but you better be careful the next time around.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And down he goes. Raiders got him. Will he quickly try to get set again?
An 8-yard loss on the play. It's now third down.
Third and long for Mahomes. Short pass brought in. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
How many times, Kate, do we see those routes, those horizontal east-to-west routes, just get that first down on these critical third down situations? It takes tremendous eyes, tremendous speed, and a tremendous want-to by the defense to stop that short.
All right, looks like this is the moment. They're going to make their comeback push. They're going for it on fourth. Thankfully, only one quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's the Chiefs who have possession, and they've got to get to work. They're in a massive hole. Down big, they're going to exhaust all options, it appears. The offense lining up to go for this.
Yellow.
Desperation time here. He's got to his running back. And he's touched as they pick up that first down on 4.
First down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. And he put everything he's got behind it. That one's intercepted. Picked off by Darian Porter. And the Raiders take over on his 5th interception of the season.
Well, these were the kind of plays they needed, frankly, earlier in the game when it was still somewhat close. By this point, still a great play, but a bit of a hollow highlight with the game already decided.
Cougar 19, go!
Coming left is Genty. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. They got 21 yards on the play. And the Raiders are going to have a first down. Only took them one play, Brock, and they have already made it to the 40-yard line. First down, and they go right back to it. Rolling into enemy territory. Now he's past the 25. He does it. Touchdown. The Raiders keep running away with this.
Hey, we are watching a showman put on an absolute show. What a day for this running back. I think he'd be the first to tell you. It's about the guys up front, receivers blocking outside, and the electricity of his legs.
Carlson now to add one more. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Raiders grow their lead yet again.
Chiefs 14.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Returning it from the 4. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. Now Kansas City looks settled in and ready. Here we go. 1st and 10.
Yellow, yellow. 180. Person.
Now a give running right. He's going to get this one on the 36-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it's going to be first down, Kansas City.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Back-to-back carries here. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
You want to see the term read and react to the little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
At the 36-yard line.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
Yellow. Far side.
Another carry for him. Rolling into enemy territory. He has this down to the 34. It's a 30-yard gain, Brock, so unsurprisingly, that gives him a first down. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. They'll run here on first down. And without much room, he's going to go down at the 32-yard line. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
A modest gain on the counter. A good recovery there from the front 7, Kate. They bought the fake initially, but adjusted just in time to limit the damage headed the other direction.
Begin here on 2nd. Excellent play defensively as they get to him behind the line. That's going to bring a 3rd down. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you called 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
3rd down, it's Mahomes. Completed over the middle. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
It's 4th down.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. All in left side. And they're going to stop him, but he got enough to make it 1st and goal from the 8.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Working inside the red zone. And that's a Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs putting up points in a game decided. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratch.
That's no good. The veteran mishits one rather surprisingly, and they leave a point after on the table. Well, don't look up the clock, everybody. That is certainly not their friend as they get set to try an onside kick. And the Raiders are able to secure the kick. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. Well, Brock, you can't blame him with how tough it is to recover an onside kick anymore. But he did hit it before it went 10 yards, so they had to throw the flag. set of downs from the 37. Running from the pistol here with Jency. The drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. That takes us to the 2-minute warning here in KC. Raiders on their way to their 3rd win of the year. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Another give here to Jency. And they are set up excellently. This is down to the 18. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's a Vegas first down.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
Let's go.
Going to the ground again on first. And not much for him there. He's down to the 15-yard line. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Chiefs' 15-yard line.
Here we go, set. 70 Lions.
Back to Jency. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here.
Cougar 19. Bring it. Unlock line. Unlock.
And off to Jency. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Now, they don't need points anymore, Brock, but can they resist piling on? Let's see. It's 1st and goal.
60 Eagle. 60 Eagle. Hey, smash Bronco.
They've got a man in motion.
Go.
Give here to the motion man. All right, one more snap to play here. Shotgun give here to Jency. And they're turned away again. 2 great defensive stands. We've arrived at 3rd and goal. So it's a road win for the Raiders in this one. And they take the first skirmish with their division rivals, with a chance at a sweep awaiting them later in the year in their building. So for Brock Huard, everyone here on our great crew, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Raiders winners, as we say so long from Kansas City.